From the Stormtrack 6 Weather Studios, this is a severe weather update.
Alright, is currently 7:45. Chief Meteorologist Teague Von Labor Store Track 6. Tracking some thunderstorms that is moving into parts of southwestern Indiana. Watching a very suspicious storm moving into parts of southwestern Vigo and also northwestern Sullivan County. That area might be rotating. This is just to the west of the Indiana state line. This is west of Annapolis, Illinois. Now, let's do a couple things. Now, we're still on red mode. Still on red mode, as you can see from the banner. The storms are going to be moving from the southeast and southwest and start moving up to the northeast. Western Vigo is about to start getting in on some heavy rain and hail. Hail is more evident in parts of eastern Illinois. Now, heavy rain is starting to move into about Fowler, Williamsport, to about Rensselaer. That is going to be filling off to the east. This storm, we're going to be watching this near Annapolis. That's going to move all the way up north, far northern Sullivan County, so about northwest of Fairbanks. We might need to watch this storm because some of these storms down southwest could produce isolated tornadoes southwest of Bloomfield, so about the Sullivan, Evansville, Jasper area. Now we're going to do some U.S. coverage since we don't got anything here. As soon as a warning gets issued for the state, we're going to go on with coverage, but really we're just going to do a quick briefing. We're going to do some coverage down in parts of the southeast, and then we're going to, if a warning gets issued, we'll break back in. But we got a severe tornado warning in effect for Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Now this is moving into downtown Poplar Bluff. It's just to the west of the city. So Poplar Bluff, Romebeyer, and all the way up north of Dexter. They need to get ready to take cover in that area. Rotation is, there might be two distinct areas of possible rotation. Somewhere up here in that hail core, somewhere down there near the Poplar Bluff area. We've had confirmed tornadoes down southwest, down around the Idabel area, Idabel, Texas. We've had a PDS tornado warning, which is decently rare in those areas, and we've had a decent amount of PDSs for the area around here. So let me back it up. This was back in Van Zandt County, so about north near Sulphur Springs and about near Idabel. There was a tornado producing storm near that area. Texarkana is now under severe thunderstorm warning. This goes in effect until, let me get the data up. It's in effect until 7 o'clock Central, so about 8 o'clock Eastern, which is about to expire. I'm not surprised they continue that area. These storms southeast could produce possibly long track tornadoes. We've already had not a long track, but a tornado possibly move through this area, so this area is used to getting tornadoes. Got another storm about to move into western parts of the Little Rock metro area. I'm going to switch over to the Little Rock radar. And then head down south towards about the Arkadelphia Hot Springs area. Start to get a developing thunderstorm. About 50 to 60 mile an hour winds inside of that storm. Moving off to the north and east. Let me see. Hail size is up to about an inch, inch and a half around those areas. Now we're just detecting some rotation up north towards Smyrna, and I kind of agree with that because these storms could fire up and potentially go long track. This is part of a line thread, really, from northern Arkansas. And Poplar Bluff, you got to stay in shelter for about another 15 minutes. Parts of Butler County. Let me see if I can find a camera in and around the Poplar Bluff area real quick. Let me see. So I know they got some cameras. Poplar Bluff cameras. Because I know they got some cameras over here in Poplar Bluff. Got a live tower cam. in and around Poplar Bluff, the Poplar Bluff School District. Let me take that full on weather 2. It's the camera right here. Right, it's not seeing a good vantage point, but this is the Poplar Bluff School District. It's from that camera. Want to switch that over to Storm Shield. Let me see. They got some cameras over at WSIL. Let me see if I can get that. They're in the tornado warning, but let me see. Here's I think this might be rain or something. Let me see if I can get that Poplar Bluff camera back up. This is from WSIL out of, I think, Paducah. And new tornado warning for the storm near Batesville. So it's Independence, Sharp, and let me see. Independence, Izard, Starp, and Stone County. So this is near. Let me see if I can get what's that city? Mountain View, literally. And they're detecting a TVS on this storm, and yeah, we might get a tornado warning issued. Let me see if I can see what they're gonna do with this tornado warning. Let me see the area of rotation. So they're saying capable of producing a tornado is located near Croker or 12 miles east of Mountain View, northeast at 55. These things are booking it. Let me see if I can find the area. I think it might be. Let me take a look at Storm Relative and then back it up, put it at that. That is absolutely not helping. Unless it's this one. Unless it's this. I have no idea why I have no idea where and why they warned this. I don't see it, but Cushman, Cave City, Ash Flat, Shelter, and eventually Raven and Spriggs at Pocahontas. Let me look at this. This is the one. Let me switch over to where you can see the entire screen. So we can do so we can look at this right in there. It's where the TVS is located, where you see that upside down T. Right in here, moving off to the north and east. So Leslie, take cover. Denner, take cover. So really, we got storms to the west of Little Rock, and wow. The storm structure on the Texarkana storm is wow. The storm structure looks impressive, and that's the 1 year Atlanta switch back over to Storm Shield where you can see the banner. Gotta watch that storm just in case. That is in, let me see if I can get the counties up. Miller County, in or around Miller County, which is at considerable north of Texarkana, south of Texarkana. Yeah, there's a tad bit of rotation. I think there might be 2 different areas possibly near, in and around Douglasville, and in and around Domino. So Texarkana, so south of Texarkana, Redwater, I-30 potentially could get impacted, and potentially Mandyville. Yes, the storm continues. Let me see if I can get some comments up real quick. Let me see if we can get some up. Hey, we got Mr. Storm up in here. He does some weather. He does some fantastic coverage. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, we're just gonna look at some. Let me see if I can get some comments up. And okay. Oh, my browser just tripped horribly. Just went back to. Okay, this is weird, but alright. Switch back over to Storm Shield. Moving towards I-30. Now we're down to 1 tornado warning. The one in, what is that storm? Up north to about, I forgot what that city is. He'll come to me later. But yeah, that storm in parts of Missouri can, you guys can head out of your safe place. We got flooding going on all over the area. We got a flash flood considerable for Iron, Madison, and Reynolds County in Missouri. Another one in Franklin, St. Charles, St. Louis City County. That is moving off to the North Indies. Poplar Bluff. Y'all guys can get out of your shelters. I knew it was going to come to me eventually. But yeah, look at that. That storm is something to watch now. If you know anybody in this area, it's not on the ground, but it's starting to show very decent signs of rotation right in there. Very decent signs of possibly rotating. We got Ari in here. But yeah, I'll switch back over to Storm Shield. So it's heading towards Leslie. So if you know anybody in this area, call them, text them, share this to as many people as you can. Try to like this so we can get this out to multiple people. Now, gotta watch these storms as they go super cellular in an instant. Want to see if I can go under the radar on the storm moving in and around the Marshall area. Want to go under the radar quickly. Old logo, forgot to change that. But yeah, hail, the damaging winds, and then the rotation. Let me see if we can filter in just the rotation. Can't see it that good, but it's decently broad. There is a decent amount of spectrum width up in the atmosphere, and NROT is starting to go up significantly. It's not maxed out, but it's decently up there, about 10,000 to 12,000 feet up in the air. Want to switch back over to Storm Shield. And we are back on Storm Shield. Alright. Let me see. We're probably going to get a tornado warning for Clinton, Leslie, that area. So just get ready. Because I know they are. Because that area of rotation is decently tight, looking at some other scans. And yeah, that Texarkana, south of Texarkana, y'all guys might get baseball-sized hail possible. And new severe thunderstorm warning for the west side of, what is that, Little Rock. So, Perry, Garland, Saline, Yell, Hot Springs, Montgomery County, and Arkansas. And this does include Hot Springs. So yeah, we're gonna get storms after storm after storm after storm, just moving into the same areas. Want to switch over to the Indy radar real quick. Switch back over to the Indy radar because we're dry. Basically, here in the metro, we might get these showers towards Clayton, Danville, and the parts of Hendricks County, moving into western Marion County. But really, the heaviest activity is in. Let me see if I can actually put this under the radar real quick. I want to see if I can get any scans. Wow. Okay. Might need to get some more frames on here since I don't got any. I was about to look under the radar, but I guess it don't. Any storms to watch? It's basically these up northwest towards Delphi, Fowler, just these heavy rainers, possibly some hailers. Starting to notice a tad bit of hail getting detected on Storm Shield. Let me see if I can go. We got more frames coming in, which means I can go back and go forward in radar data. So let's see if we can go under the radar on this storm northwest of Terre Haute. Let me see if I can switch that over under the radar. Starting to get a decent batch of storms. Let me put it at NROT. Normalized rotation. Basically, right in there, it's showing some decent signs of possibly rotating. We gotta watch that though. Spectral width is up in the air just because it's damaging winds. I want to switch back over to Storm Shield. But yeah. Oh, I don't know if that's in. It's a Beware, which is a bounded weak echo region. We gotta watch that near Marshall. I want to see if I can. Let me see if I can do something. Yeah, the Poplar Bluff tornado warning is canceled, basically. So that Poplar Bluff storm is nothing to watch at this very moment. It's basically just the northern storm and that unwarned tornado in and around the Clinton and Leslie area. So just take cover, still take cover for another 10 minutes in Leslie. I want to see what this storm... Okay, so I think it's damaging winds. I want to switch over... We're going to I don't think we can, but let's make a switch to the entire screen. Let me take up another radar I use, which I haven't I've scarcely used. It's radar scope. This is what most storm spotters look at to see where they are and what's going on. It's detecting the rotation in and around the storm, and this right in here might be an area to watch. So that's moving towards Prairie Creek, northwestern Sullivan County, southwestern Vigo County. And I think we need to watch this near Prairies in western Vigo. That might move right into Sealyville and potentially Terre Haute. Let me see if I can switch over to reflectivity on here. No. Yeah, reflectivity. Yeah, and that thing's going to move into the Indianapolis metro area. We got storm south towards Louisville. Want to switch radar data there. I don't think these storms over Louisville look active. Not really, but it's just some, watch for some hailers north of Louisville towards, Memphis and in and around north of Jeffersonville. In and around the Jeffersonville area. Switch back over to the Indy radar. It's just this big line of rain. You can probably see it west towards Avon, Plainview, Greencastle. You could probably see the rain. And Indy, like literally downtown near IMS, Winnydale, south of Castleton. Let me switch over to Viper, or no, switch back over to Storm Shield, and head back to the IMS area. That is just some showers. Still have it on 3D mode. Just some showers moving into the metro area right now. Southwest of Castleton. This one, eastern Hendricks County. But the big rain is moving in. That is going to be some damaging winds moving into about Terre Haute and potentially Denison, Illinois. Got this line about to move through. I want to see if I can get up the storm tracker. Or I want to see if I can get up, let me see if I can get up the tracks up quickly. If I can, that will be perfect. I want to see if I can track the storm down southwest. I want to see if I can pop that up. So let me track it off to the North Indies. I'm going to put it at about 55 miles an hour in around the West York area. So Terre Haute's already getting hit with this, but they might get hit by another band of thunderstorms. I think we might need to switch. I think we might need to add something in here. Either we might need to go to the entire screen. Yeah, let's just go to the entire screen. So, Walnut Prairie, 805. That's in Illinois. Darwin, 809. Terre Haute's not in the track for some reason. Riley is at 825. Keller, 826. Pimento, 822. And then Greencastle. This thing continues by about 9 to about 9 o'clock, basically. So this is moving in and around the Indianapolis metro area. Switch back over to Storm Shield. So we got this band of fray about to move into western areas of the state. So Lebanon, west of Pittsburgh. About I-31, 421, and 52 are getting hit with some rain at this very moment. Still got that considerable down southwest. I want to get to that tornado warning that's still in effect for Izzard, Sharp, Independence. And that is in and around the Batesville, Mount Pleasant area just to the west of Bethesda. There it is. Now it's showing up on radar right in there. So moving into Cushman and Bethesda, northwest of Batesville. Moving into that particular area, moving off to the north and east. I wonder if that area near Leslie is rotating still. I don't think so. It might be dying. So Leslie, I think y'all guys can get out of your safe places. That was just a decent looking area, hot stinger, but might have died out. But these storms are going to produce something over the next 24 hours. I want to see if I can get up Future Track real quick. I want to see if I can get up Future Track in a minute. I'm gonna get that loaded up so we can see how these storms are going to behave, basically. But yeah, north of Batesville, y'all guys need to stay on your toes for these storms. I'm trying to get the latest model from the HRRR, which is just our long range model. 8 o'clock, so we might get the 0Z update in a minute. As soon as we get that 0Z update, we're gonna take that, but let's just look at the 18Z, which is the 2 o'clock. So let me see if I can get up the preset mode. Let me just try to work some things up real quick. Composite, fill. Alright, I wanna put this in time. Let's put this at 11. And let's switch over to weather 1, where you can see entire screen. Let me scoot it south where y'all guys can see the time right in there. So, 10 o'clock. Storms are going to be to the west. Could have some storms off to the east. Line moves through basically 1, 2 o'clock. Should be out of here. Then we're going to get more rain. This rain is going to persist throughout Sunday. And possible isolated thunderstorms in that line of thunderstorms. I want to back out Storm Shield 6. Gotta watch these storms because these things are just gonna rotate. Oh, and just as I say that, we got another possible rotation near Pike City. I'm gonna switch over to where you can see the entire screen. Let me move that so y'all guys can see that. In and around this area, right there, that is the area of possible rotation that we're gonna have to watch, possibly. Let me watch that storm over in Hot Springs, because that thing could tornado in an instant. And then waters over roads in Gilmer. Oh yeah, back to Storm Shield on the... You guys can see the entire screen. Alright, Bloomfield Northwest, Batesville, ooh, that hook over Bethesda starting to get active. Starting to probably pick up on possibly some CC, but I doubt it. These storms could fire up and produce possible rotating storms. So tornadoes, not long track, possibly long track, but we still gotta watch that even as the storms move through. Try to see if I can get up the chat from the YouTube live. But let me see if we got any mesoscales for parts of Indy. Want to see if we can get a mesoscale up. So yeah, line. So we still got the watch it effect for everybody. We got the watch it effect for just about everybody. Let me switch over to weather 1 back into your. Got the watch. This is from the National Weather Service. Because this is all everybody in green, dark green, is under the watch except for Benton County in our coverage area. Back to Storm Shield. Don't think we got any more tornado warnings. I don't think so. But if we do, we're gonna be on top of them. But Cushman, Cave City, Sydney, Evening Shade, if this continues, possibly in Bowdoin and Ravenden could get impacted by this other band of storms. Let me see if I can find a camera in Batesville. So let me see if I can find from Batesville. Hold on. But yeah, those storms are going to move through. So basically, Mountain View, Hardy, impacting like 8 to 10 in and around the area. So Jonesboro, Searcy, Russellville, in and around that area. Um, we don't got nothing really going on. It's really the storms that are gonna be tracking. Basically, Metro we're gonna be in a level 1 in a low risk. Down southwest towards Vincent, Jasper, possibly in and around the um, Bedford area, you are under a moderate risk. In which, let me tell y'all something. For people who are just weather nerds here, it doesn't mean like a level 4 out of 5. I got a scale. I got a different scale on here. Let me pop up the scale real quick. Let me show y'all one of the test graphics that I made not too long ago. Let me pop that up on Weather 1. Pop that up on Weather 1 real quick. So yeah, this is basically the color code scale I use. Basically, so it just goes from low, which is the level 1 and 2 from the SPC, medium level 3, level 4 is a high, and level 5 out of 5, which haven't even had to use, is a very high risk, which I'm gonna hope we don't have any very high risks at all while I'm tracking these. But it's not out of the question. We've already had 2 5 out of 5s, and they just reissued the tornado warning in the advanced area. So let's get to that. And this is southwest of Cape Girardeau. And I know they got some cameras in and around Advance, which is that storm about to move through Puxico. Moving into that. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna hope. Yeah, I think there might be 2 distinct areas of rotation. Let me switch the entire screen. Yeah, there might be 2 distinct areas. Right in there, south of McGee, and this one near Puxico. This one is moving towards Advance. This one is moving towards Zalma and Gordonville, Whitewater. So we got multiple storms to watch. I want to see if I can put a track on both of the storms quickly. Yeah, let's put a track on both of the storms. Let me switch back over to Storm Shield so I can see how fast these things are moving. 40. So let me put the Puxico storm northeast at about 40. If we can get any more keyframes up on here. Get that track going up, and then we should be getting ready for that. Alright, got the track up. Switch back over to the entire screen. Let me see if Cape Girardeau's not in the track. Whitewater, 853. Advance, 838. Sturviant, which is in this area, 827. Ecolette, 825. This is very much north of Puxico, but it's too close for comfort over in that area. And there's another area near McGee. I want to track that off to the north and east at about 40 to 50 miles an hour. So same areas might be in the track from both of these storms. So yeah, Advance is in the southern part of the track. Zalma's in the track. But let me see if I can pop up Arab at 820, Zalma 827, Greenbrier 828. Let me see if I can find out. Drummond 842, Whitewater, which is in the track of the first storm, 851, and Cape Girardeau's not in the track, but probably about 9, possibly 9:30. Getting some new scans. Let me see if I can filter that out. Yeah, that southern storm might get choked out. It's basically probably becoming almost a line. But it's 2 distinct areas I'm watching. Let me circle those areas. Somewhere around here, and probably the main circulation, which is up here north of east of McGee. See if I can get back over to Storm Shield and just see what these storms are doing. We might be hopping off in the next few minutes. Next few minutes, we're probably going to be hopping off, seeing what this storm is potentially going to do. But yeah, storms are already moving through right here. Basically just still moving in to about McGee and moving it to Advance. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can find a camera in Advance, Missouri. And then if we can, that will be perfect. They should have some cameras in and around Advance. They got Gateway Guide, the KY3 camera. Let me see if I can find anything on that. Harrison, Ozark. Land of the Ozarks, Mountain Home. Can't find any decent cameras in and around that area. Let me see. Tower cameras, traffic cameras. Not seeing anything. Possibly, but not cameras. Not cameras. So yeah, Advance, we can't find that camera. Unless somebody has Radar Omega, then we could potentially get probably one of the cameras up. Let me see if I can. Let me see if this could be a camera. Incident flooding. Let me see if I can find that. The radar animation. So this is in and around. This is not near Springfield. And there's a second. Oh yeah, the second tornado warning, which is for that store near Batesville and Cushman. Let me head up north before we even hop off, which we might hop off in the next 15 minutes or so. Let me have two different radars. We're gonna have two radars up. We're gonna have one down in Paducah just in case, and we're gonna get another one loaded up here in Indianapolis. I want to see if I can. I'm gonna have to go for the entire screen with the Indianapolis one. Let me take that track off. All right. Now, what's it? That's kind of weird. The fact that we're not getting a decent scan. That's weird. Let me see if I can find something. Hold up. Let me see if the radar will update. Then I'll be right back quickly. Alright, we're back and we just got a new tornado warning. We get the data on that, and yeah, the radar in Indianapolis is absolutely tripping. And oh, National Weather Service out of Indy might consider putting a tornado warning. Yeah, they might consider putting a tornado warning. Let me switch over to Viper. I want to switch over back to Storm Shield on Indianapolis's radar. There we go. Right in there, just to the south of Terre Haute, right there. Oh yeah, I don't have the entire screen up. Entire screen. Right in there. Right there, near Terre Haute. That's moving potentially off to the north and east. So, probably the places that got hit 2 days ago. So, about northeast, about here, possibly Zionsville. So, on the track, possibly, if this storm continues. I'm going to put it northeast at about 45 to 50 miles an hour. Put it about 50. Terre Haute's going to be in the track also, just to give you guys a quick update. We might get a tornado warning for this storm. Is this the right track? No, it's not. So let me get up the right track real quick. Redraw the track. Let's move it northeast at about 50 miles an hour. So Terre Haute's in the track. Sealyville, Burnett, Riley, you're in the track. And possibly moving where you see the arrow, that could move potentially towards Pittsburgh, Zionsville, and Whitestown. Got the track up. So Terre Haute at about 8:30, 8:31. Riley's not in the track for some reason. Woodgate at 8:28. Sealyville 8:38. Carbon at 8:52. Greencastle at 9:06. And New Mayville, which is west of Danville, at about 9:20. Back over to Storm Shield. Yeah, so we're gonna have this storm move in. I don't know why we're not getting any data from this part of the state. And we got 2 confirmed tornadoes all at the same time. That's crazy. Let's head up to Batesville. We got a tornado on the ground reported near Batesville and near Cave City. Confirmed tornadoes located over Cave City near Batesville. Law enforcement has confirmed the tornado that is moving into Cave City. So Cave City, southeast of Sydney. What is that? Is that Smithville? Smithville, Strawberry, Lynn, Ravenden, and Bowden. Get ready for this storm. This storm is going to move into your area. Then we got another tornado warning for the storm near Advance. And I wish I had Radar Omega at this very moment, but I don't. Because you gotta pay for it, which is crazy. So this storm is moving in and around the Advance area. We have a report of a tornado. I think this is either based on radar or something. This is based on weather spotters. They have confirmed this tornado and just got the tornado report in. This was tornado reported near Highway 51. Right in there. We got 2 distinct areas. We got dual storms up in that storm. So it's this one that's the main tornado producing, and then another one possibly south of Zalma on US 51. And this storm continues, which it might. Cape Girardeau, get ready. Jonesboro, Illinois, get ready. Because this storm is booking it off to the north and east. Let me put a track on it. The storm is moving northeast at 40, so Advance, you're going to be in the direct track, possibly. Cape Girardeau, you're going to be in the track, because I can already tell, you're in the direct track, right in there, so about Cape Girardeau, let me see if I can get that track, Cape Girardeau, 906, Advance, 8:28, so in about 4 minutes, this thing is going to move into Advance. It's basically over Brownville right now. Let me see if I can get up CC, possible. So Advance, Delta, Hickory Ridge, Arbor, Green Cox, Rum Bridge, Allenville, Whitewater, Gordon, Dutchtown, Cape Girardeau. If you're on I-55 from about Oak Ridge and Pocahontas, or I'm going to say Perryville, down to Benton, down to about Benton, you need to get off that road, and there's a TVS already showing up on Storm Shield 6. Right in there. We switch over to Storm Shield, where you can see the banner, the red mode banner. We're still on red mode. This is the reason why we're on red mode, because of those storms that are moving in and around the area. Let me see if I can get out that track. Is that over Brownwood? Brownwood, I think it's direct. The rotation is basically over Brownwood. Advance, take cover now. This thing is over you. US 51 from about Maple Hill down to Bloomfield. You need to take cover. Delta, if you're on I-55, again, Pocahontas down to Bluegate, get off now. Cape Girardeau, just get ready. McClure, get ready. Ace Cape Girardeau, get ready. Storms are going to be moving in quick at about 40 to 50 miles an hour. We're getting decent areas of pockets of rotation. Let me see if I can pop up Storm Shield. And there's a tornado warning. Got a tornado warning of a normal tornado warning for one of these storms. This is the storm southwest of Hot Springs. So this is moving towards the Hot Springs area. Yeah, look at that. Look at that hot stinger over Rossboro. Southwest of Amity. West of Amity. Moving towards Hot Springs. So if you're in Hot Springs and Hot Springs County, get ready. Oma, Percy, Myers, Crystal Springs, Mountain Pine, Amity, Roxborough stings over you. US 70 from Glenwood to Kirby to about Hot Springs. Get off now. It's not moving towards Metro Little Rock, but it's heading towards Hot Springs Village, Pardon, Perryville, west of Little Rock towards about west of Roland and west of Pinnacle. Storm is heading towards that area, so basically Western Pulaski County could be in the line of fire eventually. Let me head to the storm before we even hop off, because we're going to hop off and then might give y'all an update tomorrow. Or I will be tweeting or hopping on Facebook like to show y'all where the storms are in a few when these storms move in. But yeah, Brownwood, get ready. Just take cover. It's over Advance right at the present moment with a debris signature, possibly over downtown. Right in there. So Advance, take cover immediately. This thing is right over your area. Let me see if I can switch to another radar. The radar we saw not too long ago. Hail is up to about 3 inches. Hail's up to about 3 inches, which this is a destructive storm. That's actually crazy. Let me see if I can take a look at storm relative on this. It's the same storm moving towards Cape Girardeau. Looks like it's trying to deviate north of Advance. Looks like it's trying to deviate just to the north of Advance, but still. Advance, take cover. Whitewater, Allenville, Delta, Dutchtown, Jackson, I-55, Cape Girardeau, west of Kelso. So basically, if you're in these areas, take cover. There's going to be a decent amount of kinks in this line. There's a decent amount of kinks. Over Pinckneyville, there's a decent kink right over your area. Another storm west of Random in Illinois. And we're looking from the next rad out of Paducah. And it's looking up into that storm, which is actually kind of crazy that the storm is moving into about Pinckney and Mount Vernon. We got 2 minutes till we gotta get off of here. All I gotta say is, still get ready if you're in the metro. Let me switch over to the Indy radar so we can end this off with a bang. We've been all 45 minutes. This is basically so Terre Haute still got this possible area, but it's really dying out. So we got this line moving into about the metro area, moving into parts of Putnam County, moving into Clay County, parts of Park County, and in the parts of Vigo County. Western storm got this one moving into Sullivan County and far northwestern Knox County. Storms down to the south in the parts of Martinsville, Spencer, Bloomington, moving off to the northeast. That might interact with this line. Then we got more storms lifting off to the north and east. So Scottsburg, southeast towards about Brookville, Laurel, Batesville. This storm continues. Alright, I need everybody stay active with these storms. Listen to watches that